Well, this last week kind of felt, this last 2 weeks have kind of felt like, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but, when you've gone to a, really wild party and then you wake up the next day and you have to go to work and you feel like crap. Mm-hmm. This is kind of what the last 2 weeks have felt like, really. Because, we had that great win against Alabama, and then we were just kind of sluggish.
We're sick the whole next week because we drank too much.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
But yeah, the high unfortunately wore off. So another loss.
It's a sugar crash.
The sugar crash.
For sure.
I like that.
Well, regular season's over.
Yes,
Didn't it just begin?
I know. It's feels like it.
Sick.
But
I'm literally sick. But I'm sick.
Well, I guess I should get to the intro before we get too tangenty. This is yet another episode of Days of Asudas, where we talk about the never-ending soap opera that is Oklahoma Sooners. I am your host, Britton. I'm with my co-host. He's also my dad, Liberace. I mean, his name's Todd. Well,
time to get a haircut, son.
yeah, I know. We're probably gonna get one soon. I shaved for the occasion. But
tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so OU lost to LSU. Can't say I'm surprised, but I'm still pretty disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
I expect nothing, and I'm still let down.
We played better than I thought we were.
Okay.
I don't know. A lot of stuff's been going down though. It was a crazy week. Again, it's been a crazy year.
Days of Asudas.
Well, more like days of our college football.
That's true.
Because,
That's
God,
true.
It's been a crazy season so far.
This whole NIL experience or experiment has really kind of shaken up the landscape of college football.
Yeah, I mean, my lord, new hires, people leaving, teams beating other teams. Alabama somehow in the playoffs, even though they said a couple weeks ago we kind of blew that chance when they lost to us.
Are they for sure in the playoffs? Or
Well, Ryan was complaining to me about it today.
Okay.
But yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, it's a sad day because the regular season's over, but we're bowl eligible, so I don't have to be like, crap, what are we going to do for January? Because we're not going to be doing that. So we got that out of the way, so we're good to go. We're going to have a finale in January.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is the end of the season. I'm kind of sad.
You are sad? I thought you might be relieved. So you're sad or relieved? Which one is it?
Well, I mean, kind of a mixture of both. I mean, I don't know how much more my heart could take. Because I was kind of nervous I would have a heart attack during a couple of those games, but so a mixture of both, we'll say.
Okay.
Hope that's not a cop-out answer.
It is a cop-out answer. Are you leaning one way or another harder? Is it more sad or more relieved? Would you say?
I would say I'm leaning on relieved right now because we lost. I would be more sad if we won.
I would be more sad if we had a great year and we were like, let's play some more football. But I'm relieved that the misery is going to end here. So hopefully next year will be better. Do we want to talk about this LSU game at all?
I guess we should get it over with.
Mm-hmm.
We played pretty okay, and then it
started
just
out decent. First half, good first half.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we let them score first, like we typically do. And then our boy, our guy, our lawyer friend, picks up a scoop and score, and we're tied 7-7 on them.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that he absolutely smashed the dude. His name's Nussmeier, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I don't know what they did to him, if they just, popped his bone back into place, or if they just shot him up full of drugs and put him out there.
I need to go to Louisiana for my medicine.
I'm like, man, we need to get that medical staff over at OU, man.
So we got Nick Anderson with the pulled thigh muscle. He's out for the year. But this guy breaks his collarbone or separates his shoulder, and he comes back in before the quarter ends.
I guess they popped it back into place or something. I have no idea.
He's either one tough cookie or they got some good stuff there in Louisiana. They might have put the voodoo stuff on him. Right?
Possibly.
Brought in the voodoo doctor and rubbed that thing
Yeah,
down.
but hey, I'll give credit where credit's due. That QB was pretty good, man. He was just
great.
he was shooting balls out all day.
Oh, yeah.
He was just shooting them out, man.
He was firing it left, right. He comes back from having that arm hurt. You're thinking, okay, he's still hurt.
He's probably going to do more short passes.
Oh,
no.
Bomb right off the bat, touchdown right before half. That was a backbreaker. No, the backbreaker before that. So we get up.
Get a pretty good drive in there. J.J. Hester, I mean, he just chucked, or was this the right drive?
Yeah, I mean.
Sorry.
We got ahead on that drive.
Yeah. So I was like,
and
man.
What happens? We get ahead. What happens immediately?
We give them the ball back, and they run it all the way back to the end zone. I was like, are you for real right now? Like,
Schmitty.
It was just a perfect. It was just a perfect. What's the term? Just a perfect representation. Microcosm, our season in a microcosm, just
illustration, representation, whatever that notation is. Yeah. It was perfect.
Yeah,
we get a lead. Okay, their quarterback's hurt. Yeah, let's run the kickoff back.
I don't know what happened there. bit of a fluke.
Well, the first thing that happened is Schmitty didn't kick it out of the end zone.
Bit of a fluke, I say.
You kick it out of the end zone. Can't run it back.
Yeah, that's true.
He's been doing that all game, all season. But this time he decides, let's go ahead and kick it to the 1 yard line and let him run it all the way back. And so that changes the momentum.
As you like to talk about.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Did you see how that changed the momentum of the game? We're ahead. Yeah. We're going to win this game. Yeah, we got it.
Well, I didn't know if we were gonna win because
we're feeling good about it.
I was feeling pretty good, yeah. And then we kick it, and they're just like, "Oh my god!" No, I didn't.
We're losing.
Yeah, Dad was like, "We're losing." I didn't think we were gonna lose. And then the second half, when they started like just take control of the game, as they like to say, that was when I was like, "Okay, I think we're gonna lose this game."
Yeah. So, the kickoff return that really changed the momentum. We do a nice drive. It stalls. We get a field goal. Quarterback's in the game. It's 17-all, almost halftime. Mm-hmm. He throws the bomb, and they go up 24-17 at halftime, right?
Yeah.
So that's about the time I said, I'm glad we're bowl eligible, or at least we're bowl eligible. And you looked at me with a go to the bad place look.
Well...
And can you explain to me what you were feeling right then and want to say to me?
I was a little. I'll admit I was a little irritated that you were I thought you were kind of jumping the gun there a little bit, as I constantly think you're doing. But
how often am I right?
About like 75% of the time.
At least. So anyway, you weren't too happy with me then. I mean, I could just feel it. The momentum.
Yeah.
It was gone. We'd put up our best effort there in the first half, and we let them. The kickoff return, number one.
Uh-huh.
The bomb with, less than a minute to go.
Uh-huh.
Number two. It was over, in my opinion, and I was right. So, I mean, I don't want to go rehash the whole thing. Final thoughts on that game? The quarterback is a tough cookie. We got to say that.
Yeah, he's
that voodoo medicine down there in Louisiana. It's got to be some of the
tough
best in
American. SOB, as a Southern granddad might say. But disappointing. But I'm just like, oh god, I'm glad the season's over now. We can do a bowl game now.
I don't need to grind into the season because we're going to go to the bowl game, which is going to be super meaningless. And the only thing that's meaningful in it is, are we going to have a winning season or a losing season? What are you thinking? Winning season or losing season? We don't even know who we're going to play. Winning season or losing season?
You know what? I'll try and be optimistic here. I'll say good. I'll say we're going to win.
Winning season. Okay, good.
Well,
all right.
You seem very dead set on we're going to lose.
No, I'm not.
Everything's going to suck.
You're
like Livia Soprano. You know that? You just
Paul, you.
Well, not that, but you're just.
Is that a different one?
You're just being
Is that not Olivia?
Well, yeah, no, she does say that, but no, it's just I'll put in a clip.
Paul, you.
I don't like that kind of talk. Now just stop it. It upsets me.
No.
All right, let's talk about.
Another great week of college football, though.
Well, let's just talk about this Oklahoma season.
Oh, okay.
Let's just talk about OU first.
Hang
Hang on.
Oh,
I got questions
okay,
for you.
okay. What are those questions, Dad?
Happy we went to the SEC or wish we were back in the Big 12?
That's tough. But I'm leaning on wish we stayed in the Big 12 right now. So there we go.
Okay.
Because let me tell you, the stress, man. The stress.
The stress is high.
yeah, it is.
But what about the new teams we get to play? The rivalries we get to build. This is in your youth, basically.
I know.
You're going to grow up being an SEC guy.
Well, that's why it's kind of mixed, you know, because it's like there's gonna be a lot of like I'm sure there will be a lot of classic games in the future, but my God, it's gonna do a number on my health.
Just looking at this year, you're like, I wish we were in the Big 12. We probably would have won that thing going away, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, we got it handed to us here in the first year of the SEC, and then they just laid that perfect schedule up for Texas, and they get getting the championship game. So
I think they have beaten a. Well, I'm getting too ahead of myself. But what are the other questions you wanted to ask?
I don't even know why I'm even asking this question, but favorite game of the year?
Alabama.
Okay.
Alabama, easily.
Most hated game of the year? I think I know the answer to this one, too.
It's a good couple.
Just didn't like it. Go ahead and name the couple.
Well, my first one was gonna be the South Carolina game.
Okay.
But very closely followed is the Mizzou one because
Okay,
that was pitiful.
At South Carolina game, you just kind of left and went into your room.
Yeah, I was pretty
Mizzou,
mad.
at the end of the game, you were going, why?
Like I said in the Mizzou episode, I had a lot of pent-up anger that just finally exploded after that game. So there you go.
Okay.
If we had just lost, I probably wouldn't. I would have been mad, but it was just, yeah.
I don't even know why South Carolina came to mind, but okay, all right. Favorite OU player of the year?
Oh man,
who did you really enjoy watching this year?
well, it's mostly on the defensive side, if I can be honest.
Yeah.
So maybe R. Mason Thomas was fun to watch.
Yeah.
I enjoyed him a lot.
Yeah.
Stutzman, of course, was fun.
Right.
I'll admit I liked watching Michael Hawkins while he lasted, even though he was kind of, even though he was he's still young, so I'll give him some slack. Let's see, Xavier Robinson. Yeah. And Kip Lewis.
Latecomer, Kip Lewis, Kip 6.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
It's a
we
thing
should
now.
make a shirt or a bumper sticker or something, right?
Yeah,
We
but
could make some money off of that.
I don't want the University of Oklahoma suing us, though.
Kip 6? There's no OU
licensing on the Kip 6.
Oh, you might want some of the profits if we did Kip 6 merch.
We sell 1 million of them. Let's see, we sell 1 million of them, and they want 50%. We got $500,000.
Yeah, okay. All right.
We'll do it. Guy, you're hoping hits the portal immediately as the season ends. Maybe it's already happened. Maybe it hasn't. You're just
probably
sick of it.
Bauer Sharp easily.
Okay, great choice. Great choice.
Bauer Sharp.
Great choice.
I mean. Oh yeah. Speaking of Bauer Sharp, going back to the LSU game real quick, they tried to do a trick play. And the poor guy chucks it for anyone to grab, and it's an interception. I'm like, okay, now the game's over. That was my moment where I'm like, this game's over.
JoJo, what are we thinking?
I don't know.
What are we thinking?
I don't know.
Bauer, throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, Bauer
Take
Sharp.
the sack.
He was just pitiful.
The worst thing you can do is throw it up in the air and give him a turnover.
Just go to Clemson or something.
I guess this is his first year of football, and he didn't realize that. Holding on to the ball is probably the most important thing, right?
I don't know.
Did you hear Jackson Arnold did hit the portal?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I was very disappointed
Let's see.
because I got a deja vu to Spencer Rattler when we ran his ass out of OU. So yeah, there we go. So good job, fans. We ran him out of Oklahoma.
Well, I tell you.
And great job to that god-awful offensive staff for screwing him over for a year. So, yeah, I'm kind of just... I just want the season to end,
It's
to be
pretty
honest.
much... That could be called a Brent Venables mess-up for sure.
Yeah, it was
Having
a bit
that
of a...
terrible offensive coordinator in there.
Bit of a snafu.
So I went from... I don't want to see Jackson Arnold ever play again to, my gosh, put Jackson Arnold back in.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're chiding me for that.
Uh-huh.
Saying, didn't you just say 2 weeks ago that he should never play again, Dad? Now you want him back in? And I was like, well, I mean, that's the only way we're going to win because this kid ain't going to win.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Uh-huh.
To,
This kid should never play another down at OU again.
don't even let him on the bus. Can't play again.
Uh-huh.
To, oh my gosh, we beat Alabama. Put a statue out front.
Yeah.
To, I think I made 2 public apologies to him on the show.
Yes. Yes, you have.
And I'm gonna have to say, it was fun, Jackson.
Yeah.
It was fun. I hope he has success. I don't know. This wasn't meant to be. Was not meant to be.
Yeah, I'm just...
He was a Levy guy. Levy recruited him. I don't know if he's going to go to... Maybe he'll end up there with Levy. I don't know. But he was not right for what we're trying to do. So
Just sucks.
we have a new offensive coordinator.
Yes, I heard about that.
Did you read up on him at all? You know where he's from?
No, he went to Washington State for a little while,
Okay.
so he's been doing that.
That's where he was coaching this year.
Western Kentucky, I think.
Yes. So
as
he's
well.
done a little bit of research. I appreciate that. Do you know his name?
Ben Arbuckle. I do know that.
Good.
Because
And what do we have here? What mountains do we have here in the state of Oklahoma?
we have that big one outside of.
I'm talking about when we're going to the lake. You never heard of that?
Oh.
They're called the what?
Oh.
Why would you think I'd be asking that question?
I don't know, Dad.
It's called the Arbuckles.
Oh. I didn't even think.
So he's
of
already
that.
got a mountain range named after him. All we got to do is carve his picture into the side of that bad boy.
I mean, I'll admit I haven't watched him closely, but I'm hoping he does well.
Yeah, have you heard him talk?
Yeah, he kind of sounds like Lincoln Riley a little bit.
gonna say that.
That's what some people were. I've heard some people say that, and I listened to an interview and closed my eyes. I'm like, huh, he kind of sounds like him a little bit.
Maybe that's bred into the great offensive coordinators
hopefully-
of the world.
Hopefully, he doesn't leave in the middle of the night. But
I hope he's not from Muleshoe.
no.
Texas.
But I mean, there were people who kind of complained about it. I'm like, well, didn't Lincoln come from like East Carolina before we picked him up?
Well, yes, that's the school he was at right before we got him. But before that, he was at Texas Tech under Leach. And he grew up in a place called Muleshoe, Texas.
Oh,
So that's why they call him Muleshoe around here. Or they call him Tebow. We won't say what that means, but you guys can do your Googling and figure that one out.
I remember when they first started circulating that, and I got confused. I thought they were talking about Tim Tebow.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of a hidden one there. Right.
No, but yes, I'm hoping he does well. So I mean,
Got to.
he seems promising though. He seems actually like he knows what he's doing. So
We've got the defensive foundation. Right? I think the guys know what they're supposed to do. They've seen success this year. They could have been better. Like, they could have been better in the LSU game. I was saying it the whole game, right? They're playing soft.
yeah, they
playing
were
soft.
kind of sluggish.
I think they were scared of letting that guy throw the bombs against you. And when you're playing scared, he throws the bombs against you anyway. Go, 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 go.
Gotta
You
be
gotta
vicious.
win the game. Take the game. You can't sit there and, I hope I don't get burned. No, stick your hand on the fire. I've been burned. Let's go. So, anyway. These football seasons go by so fast.
I know.
So fast.
Yeah.
And then we wait so long. So long.
I felt like we just started this season
Right, it's
yesterday.
gone.
Yeah, I know.
I sneezed. It's over.
I know. I think he even said something similar when we first started this.
Yeah, I
this
said
season.
what? We're going to turn around and blink twice and the season's over with, right? And this is why we don't go places during football season, except for when I messed up and went to...
Arbuckle actually has some experience as an offensive coordinator. I don't think Luttrell and Finley had much, though. Finley was the head coach at North Texas.
No, Luttrell was the head coach.
Luttrell was.
Finley was just a guy, and they keep the whole offensive staff, but hire this new offensive coordinator. I'm not thrilled about it, but hopefully he's going to take control of the situation and say, "This is what we're going to do, guys. If you don't like it, pack up your stuff and go down the road." They kept Joe John Finley on the squad. He's going to be the tight ends coach. And let's see who Joe John Finley's brought in as tight ends here in the last few years since he's been the coach. So, Stogner last year, brilliant tight end or no?
I mean, he was solid, but
he was a good blocker.
Yeah.
Then we brought in
Bauer Sharp.
Yeah,
That's been disappointing.
Best thing since bread that has not been sliced. Right? Worthless. Anyway, we'll see. Hopefully they just didn't want to hurt his feelings, and then he'll go, "Oh, I found a better job. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and leave on my own."
Uh-huh.
You never know what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, we'll
Kinda
see.
like politics.
Off season's going to be interesting, I imagine.
Then we've had some guys
But,
that have decided to cop out and decommit from us.
I'm just gonna say it now. You can quote me here. Can't be any worse than what happened this year with the offense. So there you go.
I would agree.
I'll say that. Hopefully, I won't have to quote this video to say I should just wear a bag over my head. Mm-hmm. But that's what I'll say for right now. Mm-hmm. Can't be worse than what we saw this year.
Yeah, we did not have the ability in the pass game to scheme guys open. What I mean by that is this guy run that route, this guy run that route, and this guy run that route, and those guys, if they go towards this one, that one's going to be open. Mm-hmm. You got to scheme them open.
Yeah, like Ryan was talking about, like, oh man, Jackson's gone. He couldn't let go of the ball, and I'm like,
he couldn't.
What did he have to work with, man?
The offense was horrible. So
Yeah,
he'll probably turn out to be like Joe Namath or something. Who knows? I mean,
yeah, he's gonna go like Tennessee and just be a banger over there.
Yeah.
And just be like, God damn it, guys. It's disgraceful. Anyway, let's just fun week of college football though. Mm-hmm. Despite the loss, a lot of upsets.
yeah,
even.
and the week started out with
It was Thanksgiving as well. So
Right, yeah.
some early games.
It's always fun. So the week started out with that Georgia Tech barn burner.
Might be the craziest game I've watched in like the last 10 years. Last maybe 5 years since I've been in
What a game.
a college football fan.
What a game.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Me and Mom were watching it. We're just like, my God, who's going to win this freaking thing? Because like, it looked like Tech was going to punch Georgia like right in the mouth and take him out of the
17 to nothing, or at least 14 to nothing for sure. But ended up 44-42 Georgia
But-
in like how many overtimes?
Yeah, like Kirby Smart, though. He's got a good thing going over there. And 8 overtimes, though.
Is that 8 overtimes?
8.
Uh-huh. And then
Mom even joked. She's like, oh my God, this is going to turn into 9 overtimes before too long.
they got that stupid rule now that they only do 2-point conversions. Dumb.
Well, I mean, they finally managed to get one and in the game. I was like, oh man, that was not even.
Me and Mom like to do. See my thumb? Gee, that's dumb. I don't know if you've heard that one before.
Oh no, Mom's told me.
Then we had Beamer ball, South Carolina 17, Clemson 14. South
Not
Carolina,
bad.
South Carolina, Beamer. Got to give the man tip the hat. Beamer, I still remember you walking off at halftime in our game saying, there's no 0-0 in this game. We're dominating. We're going to dominate the second half, too. Yeah, I remember that one. I remember.
It's like that guy who at the beach that one time. You're still mad about
Do I
it?
still remember that?
You still do, yeah.
I don't forget. Texas 17, A&M 7.
I was kind of disappointed because it looked like A&M might do something in the second half there, but no.
A&M's old A&M, always A&M, never not going to be A&M.
A&M's A&M A&M-ing?
Yeah. Oh, they're A&Ming all day and all night and forever. I mean, we don't want to play Texas no more because they're bullying us in making the Longhorn Network. Oh, we're going to run over here. Oh, we're having success. Oh, we're new now. We're SEC tried and, toughened up. Win one game, you're in the SEC championship. You come up against your old rival, same thing. Which is going to happen with OU too, right?
Uh-huh.
Because Texas is Texas.
Uh-huh.
And OU's OU.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Right? Do you know the record between OU and Texas since 2000?
Didn't we beat them 77-0 one time?
A&M, yes, 77-0. And I think that we had them down 77-0 at the end of the third quarter.
Oh my god.
Which means we could have scored 100 very easily. But we decided not to. So, but with Texas, I don't know. I don't have it in front of me, but we're several games ahead in the series against Texas since the 2000s.
Okay.
So I think Texas will have it coming back to them here real soon. Bama 28, Auburn 14. No surprise there.
Somehow got into the playoffs, or allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Brian is not on the playoff committee.
I know.
Okay, now if he's possibly right, and I have not been watching sports this week with my illness. Right?
Yeah, no.
Been going to bed early and just trying not to pass away here on you. Missouri 28, Hogs 21. Could Hogs do anything for me? Anything?
They're just. I mean, what can I say?
I can't wait to play Missouri next year.
Hope we just smoke them.
All I wanted was Arkansas to beat Missouri so I could laugh at them. And no, they let them have. I mean, they're going to finish in the top 25. And they stink. They're horrible.
Well, they're solid. They're not terrible. It could be worse.
Okay. Tennessee 36, Vandy 23. Tennessee is in the playoffs. I'm guaranteeing that.
Oh yeah, I mean
They're not in.
If they aren't, I'm calling foul.
They're not in the SEC championship. Their record is their record. They're in the playoffs.
Uh-huh.
Ole Miss 26, Mississippi State 14. So here's the dilemma. 3 teams are 9-3 in the SEC.
Uh-huh.
Now we know that Georgia and Texas are definitely in the playoffs.
Uh-huh.
And we know that Tennessee is in the playoffs.
Uh-huh.
And we are pretty sure that there's going to be a 4th SEC team in the playoffs. 3 teams 9-3. You got Ole Miss, you got Bama, and you got this surging South Carolina team. Now, Ole Miss dominated South Carolina at South Carolina.
Uh-huh.
And I believe Bama beat South Carolina also.
Barely. Yeah, I remember that game. That was
Right.
OU Texas weekend.
Okay.
Carolina almost did it. They
Right.
almost beat them. Like
Right.
they got that recovered onside kick.
That's right. I remember it now. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That was a crazy game. Another just
So does that eliminate South Carolina? I don't know because
I have no idea.
Alabama lost in the last 2 weeks against a pitiful, underperforming Oklahoma team.
Uh-huh.
And then Ole Miss, who'd they lose to just recently? They just lost to somebody was it Who'd they lose to just recently? It was just like last week.
I can't think of it. Here, let
And
me
they
look
were
it
all
up on my
sad,
phone.
and Kiffin was nearly about to cry.
I can't. Let me look it up.
It was horrible.
2024 Ole Miss
I
football.
think it's time to do the research before the show starts.
Yeah. I know. Don't start. Don't start with me. Let's see. Florida. They lost to
They
Florida.
lose to a mediocre Florida team.
Yeah.
So the losses for South Carolina are against Ole Miss and Bama. Those are good losses.
Uh-huh.
Losses for Bama, Oklahoma. Loss for Ole Miss, Florida. Lousy losses. So I don't know. I mean, you're probably right. Ryan is probably right that Bama will be in the playoffs. More eyes. I mean, there's more fan base for Alabama. I'd love to see South Carolina get in there. I think they could beat some teams. That defense they have is pretty stout. And that quarterback they have, well, I think he might be a freshman. If he's not, he's a sophomore.
He's a little
What is it,
slippery.
Stryker? I can't remember his name.
He's a little slippery.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But we're going to get a fourth SEC team in there. Now, you love an upset, don't you?
I
Sam?
do.
You do love an upset.
I do. There were a good couple of them this week.
How about this one? Michigan 13, Ohio State 10. Where'd that come from?
My friends Chris and Matt on BookTube were very excited about that because they're big Michigan Wolverine fans. And I'm like, I remember watching it. I'm just like, how?
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, and you're like, don't you go, and you were teasing me, you were like, don't you like upsets? I'm like, well, yeah, but, like, how? You know?
How and wow. Kinda like last week.
Ohio State, man, like, they are not terrible.
They're beatable.
They went toe-to-toe with Oregon.
Yeah, but I don't think they're winning the national championship.
No, I mean, I don't
Based
think,
on that.
I don't think they're going to, but.
Based on that performance, I do not think they're going to win. Now, after that game, it was at Ohio State.
Uh-huh.
Michigan with one of the monster team flags, right?
Uh-huh.
They come out there and they do a Baker Mayfield and want to plant that flag right in the middle of the Ohio State field. The Ohio State guys don't like that, and a major brouhaha kicks off.
Yeah.
Right? I called you in to see that, right?
Yeah.
I was like, hey, Britt, come on, look at this. We got this big major fight
straight
going on.
straight up brawl, like it was the 1960s all over again.
Now, what are your thoughts on the
People
whole...
got pepper sprayed.
I like that. That's taking it to a new level, right? I mean, now, what do you think of the flag planting? Should that... I mean, what can they do about it? Should that be legal, or is there anything that can be done? I mean, should we just be nice and not do that? What's your thoughts?
I mean, it's a rivalry game, man. People are gonna get vicious. Now, I'll put it this way: most things are fair game as long as you're not, like, actually hurting each other.
If they took a poop on it, what do you think there?
Well, don't do that. Maybe don't do that.
That's over.
That's
over.
Yeah. That's I think that might be illegal. Or don't murder somebody because you're mad that their team won. That's happened. That's happened.
That's true. They've killed trees over the deal. What do you think would have prevented the flag planting?
If Ohio State won,
if you don't want it planted, win the game.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, fun game to watch there. I watched the whole thing. Here's one for the record books. Colorado 52, Oklahoma State 0.
Jeez, I thought we were pitiful this year, but Oklahoma State, on.
The little brother said, "It's okay, big brother. We'll take the blame."
on, man, just absolutely got annihilated.
52. That's 52 to nothing.
It's like OU Texas 2022, man.
We didn't have a quarterback.
Yeah,
They had quarterback. They had the team.
I don't know what happened over there, but
Oh my lord!
Gundy is just. Oh man, that might
They
be
haven't fired him yet.
that might be the worst season under Gundy. I don't know what happened
I remember
there.
one worse. So here's another good upset. Team that you've been kind of rooting against all year long. Syracuse 42, the U 38.
Look, I'm not saying I was rooting against them. I was just angry that they kept winning because they kept playing so sloppily. So just to get that out of the way.
It came back and bit there at the end, didn't it?
Yeah, no.
Turned around and bit them, right?
And then Syracuse finally, they were one of the teams that are like, we're gonna stop you right there.
The orange.
And they didn't go for a touchdown. Here's one that really irritated me. They didn't go for a touchdown on 4th down. They kick a field goal and give it right back to them. I'm just like,
oh yeah,
what are you doing?
With 3 minutes left in the whole
Yeah,
game, and
and
then then Orange just keeps the ball
Yeah.
till that was the end of the
Stupid.
game. I think I said something right then, right when they were lining up. I was like, hey, they could not get the ball back here.
Yeah,
What's
no,
going
I
on?
think you did say that. I was like, that was stupid.
Yeah. So anyway, and then Notre Dame 49, USC 35. Lincoln got his right.
Yep. 2 pick sixes in a row.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Not pretty. Not pretty. It's different when you have Caleb Williams.
Well, the guy they have now is kind of like a replacement Caleb Williams. Dude kind of looks like him.
Okay. He don't
Though,
play like him.
No, he don't play like him, though.
I don't care
Though
what
they
you look like.
Though apparently they retired Caleb Williams's number.
Okay. Right
Which,
there
like-
next to OJ's. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm just like,
Good job there, Caleb.
I'm just like, why? Why?
Yeah.
don't
We don't
know.
retire numbers at Oklahoma.
They don't? Not even Brian Bosworth?
No.
Not even Tinker Owens?
No.
Billy Venables, or what's that guy's name? Billy, not Venables, but
Who was that guy that was the
That's
defensive
before your time,
back? Radley Hines. What was his name?
not DeMarco?
Buki. Remember
Buki?
Buki?
Oh yeah, yeah.
He was number 44. They let Buki have Brian Bosworth's
Yeah.
jersey. I mean, jeez.
They didn't even retire Adrian Peterson, 28.
No.
I mean, Stutzman's
What's
28.
Stoops say? Ain't no one person made this program.
Yeah, that's a good
We're not
point.
retiring nothing, right? Except maybe the name Bud. How about that?
Yeah.
Nobody else on the team named Bud after that. So, all right, championship week.
Really?
Where's Oklahoma?
Oh, well.
They're off in the desert somewhere, wandering around in the forest. Can't see out. I don't know where we are. We're out to sea somewhere.
Yeah.
We're not near the championship week. I know that. So we're all relaxing, right?
Yeah, we're just like, oh, season's over. Let's take a break for a little while.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about it this weekend, do we?
Well, no.
SEC championship, Georgia versus Texas. Already been played this year.
Yeah. And
won?
Georgia won. Yeah.
Where was that at? Georgia or Texas?
That was at Texas.
Okay. Georgia won at Texas, right?
Yeah.
Who do you picking on this game?
I know you don't like when I dilly dally, but
Yes,
it's hard.
you're right.
It's hard, Dad. Mm-hmm. They're both really good teams. For one, I hate to say it. I can feel the puke coming out of my mouth just saying it. Texas?
What?
Uh,
What's wrong with you?
I know. I hate
I
it.
wish you would have dilly-dallied.
I don't know. But I'll
You're
go with
probably
Texas.
right.
Texas has been looking strong, but hey, I'm not going to underestimate Kirby Smart. That dude is...
Here's the thing about Texas. They're not a championship program. I'm going Georgia.
All right. We'll see who if you're...
There's an old saying that it's hard to beat the same team twice in the same year.
Uh-huh.
But not when the other team was not a championship program. And Georgia is a championship program. Concede that point to me.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I'll give you a fair enough for that.
Now let me ask this: who's your favorite dad?
You?
Okay, well, see, you had a positive answer on that one. See? Now,
What do you?
unfortunately,
What did
there's
you
only
want me
one
to say?
choice.
Someone else?
You need to be more decisive. That's what I'm trying to
Okay.
show you here.
Okay, fine.
All right, Big Ten, the other big conference in the nation right now. Oregon, undefeated. Mm-hmm. Our old quarterback versus Penn State.
Oregon.
Yeah.
I don't even need to.
Here's the deal.
I don't even need to. I don't even. You sound disappointed.
No, well, I'm disappointed because Dylan Gabriel.
Well, he has a good team.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I'm not denigrating on, and hey, I'm not denigrating on Dylan Gabriel saying that. He played very well for us. Well, he did the best he could during our 6 and 7 run, and he was very good last year. So he's a good quarterback.
Is Hunter still going to win the Heisman in your opinion?
I'm going for him because that man is an absolute beast.
They got 3 or 4 losses. They don't usually give it to somebody with 3 or 4 losses.
But it looks like it might be Gabriel. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
sure.
think they're going to give it to Gabriel as much as I don't want him to. Although you could say, I mean, we had
Boise State.
Gabriel, we've had Caleb Williams, we had Kyler, we had Big Game, we had Baker. I mean,
The Boise State guy, the running back over there, he's very good.
yeah,
I haven't really watched a lot of Boise
they're not
State
giving
though.
it to a running back, and they're not giving it to somebody from Boise. So it's Hunter or Gabriel. That's my opinion.
I would say Gabriel if we're talking about if you mention it like that, but I'm pulling for Hunter though.
Yeah, I am too.
Because that man is a freakish athlete.
Humans are very predictable,
Yeah.
and the Heisman committee and voters are even more predictable than humans. They always give it to the quarterback of the best team.
Yeah.
It's like every year they do that. So
Well, was USC the best team when Caleb won?
he
Because
was a very good team, and his stats were so good that they couldn't deny it. But yeah, they were 10-1 or something that year.
yeah, it's complete.
Last year when he sucked, when their team sucked, they didn't give it to him, right? And I think he had a similar stats that year. So anyway, yeah, Oregon's going to win that. Here's my prediction: Oregon will not be the national champion.
No. Well,
Not
why do you think that's not going to happen?
Not a championship team.
Well, how so?
Just when's the last time they won the national championship?
Oh hell, maybe a decade ago. I think didn't they beat Jameis Winston with Florida State? Wasn't that the national
Did they win
championship?
the national championship? Okay, I might change my mind on that. I don't think they're that good.
You don't think they're gonna do it this year? Okay.
That's my opinion.
Are you not just are you saying that because you're salty at Dylan being there?
No, I just don't think they're that good.
Okay.
I mean, they're good enough to run through that porous Big Ten schedule. Did they have to play Ohio State?
They did, and they won.
Okay. Did they beat? Okay, forget it. Maybe they will win.
They won.
Okay. ACC.
Well, Ohio State's.
Yeah,
sorry.
they just got beat by a so-so Michigan team. So, anyway, ACC championship. Here's a big-time rivalry: Clemson versus SMU.
I think that's funny.
When did SMU enter the ACC? When did I miss the?
When did SMU get good? That's what I want to know.
I mean,
SMU just like
how did SMU get in the ACC? Did I miss the memo on that?
I don't know. I don't even remember the last time they were
Who
good.
are you taking in that one?
I would take Clemson but I don't know, man. SMU's pretty good this year.
Clemson's not that good, but I think they're going to beat SMU.
We'll see.
Oh my goodness, college football has really changed.
I know it's gone nuts.
It was the same way for 58 years of my life, and the last 3 years have been.
Well, they got irritated with the same 4 teams being in the playoffs.
I guess so. They fixed it.
Well, I mean,
fixed
hey,
it.
I like the unpredictability, as I'll say.
That's true.
There you go.
Big 12 championship. Arizona State versus Iowa State.
Yeah, that was kind of a revolving door for a while there. People think Colorado might get in, then they thought BYU might get in, then they thought oh god, who else did they think was gonna get in? Then Kansas was just like, I'm gonna ruin everyone's fun and just beat everybody for a few weeks.
And so we end up with Arizona State versus Iowa State. Who are you rooting for? I know we don't know who's going to win the game, but who are you rooting for?
Iowa State? I don't know.
Yeah, I thought you liked your guy.
Matt Campbell?
Yeah, Matt Campbell.
Yeah,
I was going to say Dan Campbell, but that's the
that's,
Detroit.
That's Lions.
Yeah, Matt Campbell. Yeah, so let's go for Iowa State. They not a championship program by any means, but let's root for Matt. Then a couple of other no nonsense. I don't even know why. I don't know what happened here, but Tulane versus Army. Go Army. I don't care, but I mean, I guess we beat Tulane, but I mean, who cares about that, right?
Yeah, I'll go with Army.
And then Boise State versus UNLV. UNLV all the way. I'm still bitter about that UNLV.
Yeah,
About that Boise State.
Nah, I'm not. I'm still
Fiesta
mad.
Bowl.
No. Also, UNLV got good.
Yeah.
When did that happen? What is going on this year? This year is drunk, Dad.
Yeah, it is very drunk.
It's just like driving at the wheel.
Got one eye closed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Trying to keep her in between the lines.
Semi-conscious. Just
weaving over in front of
absolutely just
traffic.
Just trashed.
Oh no. Goodness.
Also, Army Navy
That's next week.
That's next week. Okay.
Well, let's go ahead and predict that one. Army versus Navy. Who you got there?
Army.
Okay, I got Army. Although if I were going to be in the services, I'd probably want to be on the Navy so I could be on a cruise ship out on the ocean. Tanning a lot. I'm sure that's what they do there on those cruise ships, on those
I imagine.
destroyers.
Oh yes, I imagine that's what they do.
They're probably laid out there with their suntan oil, waiting for the Iranians to drive by so they can pepper them up.
Yeah, play Jimmy Buffett.
Playing Jimmy Buffett's up there. Little what do they call them? The boat drinks.
They're just getting drunk and smoking weed on the ship.
I hope not smoking weed, but. Yeah, they're doing boat drinks and painting the deck or swabbing the deck or whatever they call that.
Yeah.
So
probably.
Yeah, I want to be in the Navy.
Put massive parrots on the ship. Paint massive parrots.
They should make me and you head of the Navy. We could get a lot more recruits.
Oh
than these
dear,
fools.
no. Oh dear, no. That would go disastrously.
All right, NFL Thanksgiving week. So first of all, let me know, how was your traditional Thanksgiving meal?
It's pretty good.
You liked it?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Lance actually made pretty good.
You like that
prime
stuff?
rib.
The prime rib? You like that?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It was pretty good. Yeah.
Okay.
No. I had a great time.
Okay.
Hung out with family. Watched a documentary about the Sopranos. It was a good day.
What about the little game where we're having to hop up and try to knock the little balls out? The girls had us involved.
Yeah, that was something. I'm gonna do that again on Christmas. So we'll see.
I beat Cadence at that. So
Still got it.
I'm gonna go. That's right, and I'm gonna be talking about that for a while. We'll be discussing that for a while.
But lot of NFL games going on.
Let's talk about the Thursday game. So Bears against Lions. Bears are the Lions are gonna trounce the Bears, right?
You would think, in theory.
23-20.
At least they won.
Yeah. Okay.
But do you see that last minute where they were just running around? They had a timeout. Mm-hmm. They had a timeout, and he runs out the time. Mm-hmm. They fired the coach for that offense. They're just like,
oh, the Bears, they did. Yeah, I saw that.
They're just like,
yeah,
screw this.
Yeah.
Get out of here. That is unforgivable.
Incompetence. You can't keep incompetence around. That's it. You can't. You don't know the rules. You got to leave.
Like, they'd fire Brent Venables if he'd do something like that. Like, they'd fire a high school coach if they did that. Yeah. Like, oh my God.
Your Cowboys got a big victory against the Giants, 27-20.
It's like, wow, the Giants. Tommy DeVito, who, by the way, was hurt, so some other idiot was in there. So just, yeah. It was even frustrating to watch. Like, there were a couple of plays where the Cowboys were just, oh, good Lord. Just, I root for the wrong teams, Dad. That's all I got to say.
You think the Cowboy fans are going to be more relieved that the season is over, or the OU fans are more relieved that the season's over? Which fan base do you think would be more relieved to get this thing behind us?
Oh, Dallas, most definitely.
Okay.
It's not even close.
Okay, I don't know if I disagree with you on that one. That's probably true. The Pack 30, Dolphins 17 late night. That was during our shenanigans with the games and so
I can't say I was surprised.
In the spoons. How were you at that spoons game? Were you any good at that?
I lost. I wasn't quick enough on the draw.
Yeah, that's one you got to be paying attention to.
I got distracted sniffling through the cards.
That's the name of that game, right? The girls they get you looking at the cards while they're sneaking the spoon out on you.
Yeah, no. They're cheating.
Yeah. I don't think I won either. I think I lost also. So I was bit up with the girls there too. So let's see. Chiefs 19, Raiders 17. Another Chiefs little sneaky pull out of the win.
What is going on with the Chiefs?
They want to keep everybody interested.
I guess so. Really, the writers are just the writers for these storylines this season are just they're just throwing everything at the wall. Mm-hmm. You know.
Here's one that is chalked up to I should have bought the NFL ticket this year. Bucks 26, Panthers 23. Now, what did I tell you before I realized that I had made a mistake about the Bucks game?
Oh yeah, you said the Bucks lost to the Panthers, and I was like, what?
Because the Panthers had scored a touchdown with 30 seconds left, and we're up 3. I'm thinking, game's over. And I don't have the NFL ticket, so I can't watch the rest of the game. Until I'm flipping through or I'm watching something and I see it on the ticker come by. Bucks win 26-23. So
I don't know what's going on. Bucks are such a weird team this year, you know. They're better than their record suggests, but like it's just I don't know what to make of the of the Bucks right now.
I should have investigated the record and where they are in the standings because I just have a feeling they're in the mix there for the playoffs, but maybe I'm wrong. Vikings 23, Cards 22. Kyler.
You just can't get a break, unfortunately.
No, can't get it. And then big game 24, Ravens 19.
Not bad.
Yeah, Eagles are all of a sudden quietly 10-2.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, we're actually a pretty good team. So we gotta quell some rumors.
So
that we're falling off.
I don't know if I love NFL Thanksgiving week. You get those 3 games, and that's nice on Thanksgiving, although there's a lot of distractions, and so I don't get to fully sit down and watch the games. And then on Sunday, there's very few games on Sunday, and so I'm kind of like, where's all the football, you know? So I don't know if I love that or that's my favorite week of NFL football, but it is what it is. I like being off work, so I'll go with that. So this week, I'm looking for some solid predictions here.
Okay.
Kind of like when I'm your number one dad. Okay. Lions, Packers.
I'll go for the Lions.
Okay. Eagles, Panthers.
Eagles, most definitely.
Okay. Bucks, Raiders.
Bucks.
Okay. Cardinals, Seahawks.
I'll go with Cardinals. Go Kyler.
Good job. Niners, Bears.
Oh man. I'll go with the Niners for.
My boss will like that. Chiefs, Chargers.
You know what? I'm gonna buck against the grain here and say Chargers. Actually,
I like that. Living on the edge.
I would say Chiefs generally, but Chiefs have been so weird this year.
And then the Monday night game, Cowboys versus the Bengals.
I can't go against the Cowboys. So.
Oh gosh, what a homer! Serious?
I don't think they're gonna win, but I'm going for the Cowboys.
You're going for them, okay.
All
right, you have any? Obviously, we're not in the playoffs. Is there any team that you want to play in a bowl game that would kind of make this a cool bowl game for you?
Oh hell, I don't know. Who's even in the running?
Any team that has 6 wins, I don't know. Just any team you'd like to see OU play.
I think it'd be fun to play Colorado.
Okay.
Play Dion. That'd be pretty fun.
Let them blow our doors off and finish off the season.
Well, I mean,
I think our stout defense could stop his boys.
I don't know.
The Suns.
If
and Hunter.
Maybe USC. That would be pretty fun.
That would be fun.
I
wouldn't mind playing Colorado. I think we could maybe beat them. Maybe not. The whole team's dismantled. So I don't know if you heard this though, but Arnold went into the portal. So who do you think our quarterback's going to be during the bowl game?
Oh hell, probably Michael Hawkins, maybe.
Yeah, no. He might be able to show out in that game, right?
Yeah, run around.
Just let it go. For some reason, they said that they're going to not allow the new offensive coordinator help with bowl preparation? I don't.
Well, they just hired the guy.
Well, I mean, what's he got to do? You can't say, "Hey, run this and run that."
I don't know.
A little bit.
I don't know how this. Look, Dad. I don't know how it works. All right, ask Joe Castiglione or something. Hopefully, he doesn't have us assassinated mafia style in the process.
That's not a good thing to say today. All right. Well, hey.
Well, it's the end of the regular season, so we'll be back in January.
It's been fun.
Been fun. Woo! All right. Oh, yeah. Well, this has been yet another episode of Days of Our Sooners. Until next time, see you in January.
See you in January, fans.